now you can resend it.
I will. I just actually visually have this.
How do I access the internet?
What do you mean?
Oh, okay, perfect.
You're all connected already.
Okay, good. Hello, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, I'm gonna. How do I go into the internet here?
Oh, it's your screen.
Okay.
You're recording. It said stop recording.
Okay, perfect. So let me see if I can find you guys the Flex MLS here. I believe they changed the name. It's MLS Advantage. So this is one of them now. Yes, perfect. MLS Advantage. So if you want to also find properties and you have a client that wants to fix and flip in another county in Florida, you can go to this site. So basically, I'm going to show you what I'm doing in Miami and Broward County, which is mostly where I'm at right now. So my latest one that I'm going to be putting on the market is one here in Hollywood on Fulton Street. It's 2323 Fulton Street. So let's just search this one. Okay, 23. Yeah, there's people waiting in the room to enter, so I'm gonna help them.
They can enter on their own.
Okay. Can everyone, you guys can see my screen right now, the map?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect.
Your screen sharing. It says open.
Okay. It's 2323 Funston Street. Okay, so as you guys could see, there's properties here in the area that are pending sale. This property was brought to me off market through a wholesaler, and we actually got this property for $175. Okay, we put about no, not 100, about $80,000 into it because we had to legalize an addition, get some permits, and the whole nine. And we went ahead and now are putting it on the market for $349. It's a 3-2.
You could just take off.
Okay, basically, so I do what a good tool that I use is this map and this radius search. I do it for different searches. So what I do is I'll set up searches for cash transactions. Basically, when an agent puts cash, you can buy a property through hard money, which is the same as cash. Okay, you could get a private loan, a private line, or your investor with an LLC can get a qualified with an LLC, basically in having the funds in a bank account. Okay, you guys can go ahead and qualify for a hard money loan. Basically, it's just an application, and they basically give you the loan. It's based on the property. It doesn't base it on your criteria obviously the more history you have, the better it is. So if you have a good track record of maybe 10 flips within the last year, you're going to get a lower rate and less points charged. If you have a property with, if you have a property that is got a lot of equity, right, and you just got a good deal, that also is going to entice the investor to give you a better rate as well. So usually rates will start like at 8%. I've seen them, they've given me at 7.5 for hard money, but they go all the way to 11. So if you're a new investor, the going rate now would probably be anywhere between 10 and 11% with 2 to 3 points for the loan. Then you still have to pay your closing costs. For a hard money, for a fix and flip, you don't need an insurance. You just need what's called a builder's insurance. That's the only insurance you need. You don't need a full coverage because the property is basically going to be under construction. You know, it's not going to have, the plumbing's not going to be intact. Electrical is not going to be intact. So with that being said, you're going to, scratch that off here. So with that being said, you can get a loan with, let's say you find a property, like let's say this property I found for 200,000. Let's say you're getting a short sale foreclosure, an off market deal direct. You're getting this house for 200,000 and there's comps around 350. Okay. House needs about 60,000, 70,000. You can still qualify and get a hard money. You just have to have an LLC, a bank account where your funds are, because they need to source the funds where you're going to go ahead and pull the 20% out of. So for first time investors, they're predominantly going to ask you for 25% down payment. And that's where I started 6-7 years ago, 2021. No, I started actually 9 years ago with my hard money, using hard money for fix and flips. 2010, I was buying to buy and hold, but then I got more into the fixing and flipping in 2012. So 9 years ago. And it hasn't changed. Even since back then, you were still getting a 9 or 10%. You were getting a 10% rate for a new investor. Now I'm able to get an 8%, 7% because of the track record. So you still have to source the income, like the money in the bank account, not source the income where you're making the money, but just to show that you have the money for the 25%. And then what they could do is they give you 100% of the rehab too. So they give you 100% of the rehab of the money to remodel the property. Okay. So basically, let's say you have I'm going to give you guys an example. Let's start with 200,000. You got a property that's 200,000. You can flip for 320. Property needs 50,000. Let's just say, with closing costs and stuff like that, you're looking at about 250. It's going to be 200 plus the 50K remodeling, plus let's say another 10 for closing costs and points, because you're going to pay 3 points, which is $7,500. Let's just say round it off to about 260. So you put 260, which is including the rehab money, the 50,000. But that 50,000, you don't have to bring it to the closing, right? They're going to give you a loan. So you just have to calculate that, because they're going to give you the interest, and the loan is going to be based on the total amount that you're borrowing. Because in actuality, you are borrowing 100% of the rehab, which is the 50K. Okay. So you have to have in the bank, the free meeting will end in 10 minutes. The meeting host needs to upgrade. Okay. Okay. So here, upgrade that. Basically, you have a, you give the 20, so it's 250 plus the 260. So at 260, you're at 20% of that. You're looking at 52,000, 26 and 26, 52,000 plus 5%. They're getting about 60 grand, more or less. So you come to the closing with 60,000. obviously you always want to have some reserves in the bank. So you're going to come to the closing with the 60K. They're going to borrow you. You're going to borrow the money for the loan. Now they're going to come in at the closing. They're going to give you a draw. Okay. So at the closing, you're going to get a draw. And with that draw is the first draw that you're going to start the demo work, stuff like that. Once you get that draw, and now you've already closed on the property, you're moving forward through the remodeling process, you're going to go ahead and you're going to start, let's say, demo. You'll get demo. The lender will go ahead and tell you every process, like after every process. Do me a favor, open the door for that agent over there, please.
Look for this one.
So they're not giving you the full $60,000 for the remodeling, they're just giving it to you in stages.
Okay, so you're at 260. Remember, the 250, the 200,000 is the purchase price. 50K for remodeling, I already did that.
Okay.
You're at 260. Okay, take away 25%. That's 65,000. So you figure you always want to have some reserves in the account. Okay, so you figure you want to go into this investment with about 75,000. You're gonna get 65. Take it to the closing. They're gonna reimburse you for the remodeling of the 50K. So after you do the demo work, after you buy some materials, the tile or whatnot, they're gonna come and they're gonna give you a check, or they're gonna wire you the funds to your account, to your client's account. What I could do is once they wire you the account, then the process will start as well. Like they'll start following up with you every 30 days or every 10 days. Hey, what have you done? Or let's say you did something in 5 days. They'll get back to you and they'll tell you, okay, you did the build up, you did the drywall, you put the tile in the bathroom. Okay, that process is, because they're gonna send you an application, and in that application, it's gonna give you the steps, basically. And through the steps, it's gonna tell you, okay, phase one. Phase one is the demo work. Phase two, purchasing the material. Phase three, putting the impact windows. Phase four, installing the bathroom tiles and the flooring tiles. So after every phase, they'll give you a draw for your client or yourself if you guys are doing this for yourself. Basically, you guys have the tools here for the matrix to find these properties and these opportunities. There's condos as well that you guys can fix and flip if you guys want to start smaller. And there's also then, luxury properties if you guys have a luxury client. I am seeing a lot more meat on the bones for the higher sales prices on properties. The $300,000 and $400,000 market, there is not a lot of meat on the bones. So just so you guys know, if you guys get a deal that's direct, that's a different story. But after searching on the MLS and having so many searches, it's not the same as 2 or 3 years ago. Okay, but there is still properties that you find. Like right now, I'm under contract with a short sale that I found it, and I do set up these searches. So I'm going to give you guys the steps that I take. So you come here, you set up active, and I always do active with a contract as well. So you're going to go active and active with a contract. You're going to come here and you'll select short sale. Yes. Okay. It's giving me no results because I have it on the map here, the map that I had for Funston Street. I'm going to clear this. And basically, I have 202 results, 252 properties that I have to look through. So I usually go in here to the grid and I'll start going. I could either go from the bottom up, but I'll go to single family. That's another thing I'll do. I'll start with single family and I'll set up 3 different searches. I'll do single family, I'll do a condo, and then I'll do like townhouse villas with lot and block. When you do townhouse villa, sometimes they'll put in condos with a condo description, so you might be able to miss that. But most of the time when they do villa townhouse, it's a lot and block. So here I did a single family search. We go to map and it's going to give you basically all these properties. You see, I'm even getting properties in Fort Myers. You see, it's going to give you this is why I like to look at the map, because I'll get an idea of everything that I'm looking at. I want you to see it. Okay, so here, I could zoom in, okay? And then all these green dots are basically active, okay? All the orange ones are active with contracts. But if I click on one that's inactive with contract, okay?
The green one is that it's active?
The green ones are active, okay? The orange ones are active with contract.
Okay.
All right, well, let me see something. Let's get it. Jesus, what is going on with this damn clicker thing? Huh? No, that's fine. Okay. All right, let's look for here. So you see all these that are 60,000. You got stuff that are 70,000, 105. Let's look for that one I was clicking on because I'm interested. Okay, it's 300,000 and that one was in Weston. So it's probably got to be this one in Hampton. Or maybe this one. It's got to be one of these. Perfect. Let me see. So this is Pembroke Pines. So let's say this house here. It's a short sale. It's active with contract. It's been under contract for 138 days. So you can always call the agent and get an update from the agent. Hey, what's going on with the short sale? Is your client still interested? Is he still moving forward? Look, I'm interested in buying myself. A lot of the times I've had to give up commission to be able to purchase a property for my investor or for myself. I know, to fix and sell, you always have to look at the profit on the back end. Sometimes not so much of commission on the front end. Unless you're an agent that you're just solely focused, you want to focus on, obviously, we all want to focus on commission, right? Because we work on commission. We don't work for free. But if you have an agreement with a buyer, and this buyer is like, I have relationships with agents and a lot of agents in lifestyle. And what I do sometimes to sweeten the deal, I say, hey, look, you guys keep the commission in the front end. I don't need to make money in the front end. You guys make the money. You guys keep the double the commission. I just want the opportunity for you to bring me the deal. Now, if it's a luxury deal or a complex deal or something like that, then I have to bring in one of my partners to back me up, like hard money or an investor. Then I have to get commission because I'm not going into that just as a fixer up or flipper on my own. So I have to borrow funds. So now the deal changes. So basically, you would have this conversation with this agent, follow up. A lot of times I've seen where buyers, they disconnect from the agent because it's been for so long, the property's been under contract. The agent doesn't even remember. Oh yeah, let me follow up with that. They follow up, the buyer just bought 2 more properties. So now they're not even interested in this deal. Now this agent, instead of putting the property back or active on the market, you're their first person to go to because you're basically there already with a offer. Hey, listen, if this guy doesn't perform, I have a cash offer at the same price or above whatever they were at. Okay. So give you let me see if I have one here active. There's gonna be. Okay, so there's one here that's active on 31 Northwest 189th Street. Approved short sale, commission to be split. Okay, so this property